Real show, here we go. Real show, here we go. You know that it's gotta be that time, so this is what we chant. What keeps on getting them all amped in advance? Come on. You and I rocking out with Iron Man, F.E. You get the general's point of view on top of Roger's rants. We're never tapping out, we're putting the most minutes in. You already know what that's about, you know that winners win. Crush whatever's on task, check the podcast. It's the champ and the tramp, let the bomb blast.
What's up, everybody? You are rocking with the champ and the tramp. Me and Frankie down here solo. We're solo survivors in Tom's River. If there's any other survivors out there and you're picking up this frequency, please contact us. We're gonna
wash your fucking hands.
Yeah. We're going to be on top of the water tower tomorrow at noon, sending out signals because the COVID-19 virus is going around. And as far as we know, we are the lone survivors here in Tom's River. I'm kidding. It is getting bad out there, though, guys. And we are going to try our best to crank out more than one episode a week. A lot of you guys have suggested that, and we're going to do our best. So this is going to be a bonus episode for you. And obviously, the hottest topic going on right now in our world today, in our immediate area today, is the COVID-19. We talked about it a little bit.
Why has it changed from the coronavirus to the COVID-19?
Well, it's COVID-19.
Is that like an adult way of saying the coronavirus? The COVID-19.
Huh? Because I think we're becoming more familiar with it, and that's the actual technical term. It's just the nickname is coronavirus.
Right? I heard coronavirus is actually a bunch of coronaviruses. This is a new one, and they're all SARS as well. It's a SARS type of sickness as well. Which
is essentially, for all intents and purposes, from what I understand, it's a hybrid flu, basically, correct?
I guess, yeah. But didn't they say it happened in China? Someone ate a bat.
Again, rumors, we don't know, but we're going to go with that one because we don't want to place it at home in the United States, so we're going to blame it on a foreign country.
It seems like all these pandemics or sicknesses that have come from some type of food.
Yep.
Or food being together, like animals, or some type of animal food being together. Right. Like the swine flu, H1N1, was like in Mexico for pigs. Right. The other one was a lot of them in Asia. Actually, I seen the thing top 10 pandemics through history. Mm-hmm. And
how many of those? I didn't see that, but how many of those came from bats? Because bats always seems like it's related.
A lot.
To something.
I think like 6 out of the 10 places came from Asia.
Okay. And I think it has to do with what their diet is over there for the most part.
I don't know. I just think it has to do with animals being on top of animals and diseases breed.
Right, but they're eating that, right?
I guess, yeah. Right. I guess.
So it's their diet. Whether it's due to sanitary conditions or whether it actually has to do with what is
like the first one was like the Black Plague. They're both bubonic plagues. One was the Justinian era or something, the Justinian plague that killed 25 million people. But the Black Plague, like the Black Death, that killed like 150 million people.
Oh, yeah, millions, yeah. Now, did we determine, Lou, check Google for us here, buddy. You're a Google guy.
This is going to be a big Google
we said bubonic plague came from rats, and then Ligori clarified even deeper and said it came from fleas on rats. I don't remember hearing that. Is that actually true, or is it
I
just
think that is
rats?
true, actually.
It is true.
Yeah. But back to those...
so why wouldn't it just be fleas then?
I'm sure you're seeing nothing but conspiracies out there, right?
It's ridiculous.
Millions, and
serious bacterial infection that's transmitted by fleas.
Fleas, yep. So Chris Ligori, check.
Nailed it, buddy. You nailed it. The smart cookie right there.
But so I'm seeing these conspiracy stuff, and one thing I'm seeing is they're saying this was caused by 5G. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah.
Wait, 5G on our phones?
5G, yeah. So I don't think it's out quite yet. They said the first city. Wuhan was actually a pilot city for 5G, so that was the first city that was 100%.
So get the connection. Well, I don't.
Well, supposedly when you put these, I guess they're radio waves in the air, they do something to our DNA. They cause something. The thing I seen was like our cells interact with these radio waves or frequency waves, whatnot, and they dispel these viruses. Our cells are fighting these waves with these viruses. Then the viruses are attacking us.
There is a connection. And again, maybe a distant connection, but there is a connection with, there's a town somewhere where there's high tension wires, like really high voltage wires that go directly over the town, and the cancer rate for this town is through the roof. So there is maybe a connection there, but
I would imagine there is.
I also feel like people are far reaching at times.
Of course. And again, everything you're gonna hear out of my mouth could be false. So no, but these this one conspiracy thing I was saying said you could track back all the these pandemics through our lifetime to something with technology. And they said like the Spanish flu in 1918, 1920, that was when radio waves just started going around the world.
What do fleas have to do with technology?
That wasn't technology. I know. No, okay, so listen. And then another thing was when radar started becoming really big. That's when people got sick. Another pandemic. But that was my argument. What you said. What about those early ones in the 1500s? They had no technology.
And they
was that?
They seemed to be the worst.
Yeah,
They literally wiped out entire countries.
Well, I think in the black, that's when we realized. That's when sanitary, we realized health and hygiene mattered.
They were
we had to keep shit clean.
They would burn dead bodies.
Yeah,
so that they wouldn't
to get rid of the illness. Yeah. But I mean, it's just wild. All what could be, what could not be. But then you hear other people like, dude, it's just nature. Nature's dangerous enough. We don't need to have any conspiracies. Yeah. Nature's will fuck us up, man. Though it has throughout history.
Can you guys just stop eating fucking weird shit and shit that has other animals pooping on it? Just stop doing that, and I feel like we could eliminate some of this stuff.
You think so?
I don't know.
What's crazy is this. All right, we did our podcast. We released it yesterday, which was Monday. Who knows? When we'll release this ASAP, I imagine. But the numbers were what? What did we say? That was over a week ago. We recorded.
Yeah. So our latest podcast, obviously, when you hear us talk, you're going to be correcting us like, "No, you fucking idiot." There's so many people. In fact, we recorded that a week ago, like Frankie said. So our focus and our goal here moving forward is to try to crank these out a little bit quicker and to do more than one a week if possible. Obviously we both are relatively busy, but if we can, we're going to make every effort to do that. So
yeah. So as of last week, what'd you say? You said there was only how many?
I forget what I said, but I think something like I said at that point in time there was 70 deaths and only 279 confirmed cases.
Right, 279. I think there's 200, over 200 in New Jersey alone already now. So that was from the whole U.S. to now just Jersey.
Right.
And really, I think what I'm understanding is that they don't know how many people really are sick because there's not enough tests out there.
I was going to say that. I don't think the number is ballooning insanely with people, although I'm sure it is ballooning with people getting infected. But I also think that people, you can be symptomatic and never even know it. Yeah. That's happening a lot. Right. So a lot of people aren't even getting tested.
Well, they said
may be getting tested now. They're starting to try to come up with a rapid test. The CDC, I think, is trying to develop a rapid test where you get results relatively quickly to find out if you're infected or not. But again, from my understanding, if you're young, if you're youthful, if you're a child, very low percentage rate of it killing you.
I think 0 deaths actually.
If you're healthy, very low percentage. The people that are most at risk are the elderly.
Older. Yeah. I believe in the U.S. the mean age of death is 80 years old. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty old. I imagine if an 80-year-old got a regular flu, they might not make it anyway.
Right. Pneumonia, yeah.
Right. So I'm just wondering, dude, is this all fucking just hype or is it not? I feel like it can't be. It can't be because nothing's ever brought us to our knees like this has.
I think it's a culmination of a number of things. I think that it's a serious health issue, no question, serious health issue. I think that anytime you have a crisis of any sort, people panic, people come up with conspiracy theories. Everybody wants to be an expert, right, and act like they know. What were people telling you? People were telling you martial law was going to come into effect
martial law is going to come. Right? I mean, is this a sense of martial law? No, you can't go to restaurants after 8 p.m., stuff like that. Isn't that kind of like martial law? I don't know.
No, because I thought martial law was enforced by our military. Like when Hurricane Sandy happened, they had there was a huge military presence here. You could not go to the Barrier Islands. You couldn't go to your home if you had a home in Lavalette. Once you were off the island, you couldn't go back to it. That's why looting became people were taking canoes.
I know.
Scumbags were taking canoes across
the bay.
And jet
skis, right? Yeah.
And jet skis and looting houses over there, and you couldn't go back over if you were a homeowner. That was martial law because the military was here. I don't think we're under martial law right now. From my understanding.
But people are texting me saying, obviously it's bullshit saying, oh, I have an insider that's high up in the military and, National Guard is coming into town. And
that person to me there's a little bit of a conspiracy there.
Yeah. I think what it is I'm getting a text that's probably been forwarded several times, and they're like, "Oh, don't tell anybody, but don't tell anybody, but don't tell anybody," and it got to me.
Yeah, don't tell anybody, but tell somebody. So you called a cop buddy of yours, and he said,
"Yeah," and he said, "No, man, no National Guard is coming to Tom's River." Although, I mean, listen, who knows how far this can go?
Right.
I didn't think it would even get this far. Probably the NBA stopped. All sports stopped. The UFC stopped.
But I think most of that is preventative, right? That's the preventative way.
Yes. Right.
That's getting ahead of the curve, right?
But we never had to be preventative like this before. Ever.
No, I would agree with that.
Nowhere even close to this. Not even close to this ever.
I would agree.
That's what's. It's kind of. It's like I really am having a hard time wrapping my head around it, and I feel I'm like so just into it, man. My phone, I can't wake up in the morning. I'm looking for new headlines. Like that's not good, man.
Yeah. But are we subscribing to the hype a little bit?
Yes, I am. I am not on purpose. Yeah. You know, it's tough.
Listen, I don't worry. I would be a lot more concerned. I'm a little sick right now. My kids are a little sick right now. None of us have a temperature. None of us have a fever. My work put out a memo today. I got a 2-page memo saying if you have any temperature whatsoever, we're only allowed to go one by one into the office and do our paperwork and stuff at the end of the day. And that's preventative. They want to prevent. There's some high-risk office workers in there who have been dealing with medical issues that are high risk. They want to reduce the possibility. So a lot of this is preventative. But out of preventative sorts of corrective nature, I think a lot of conspiracy theories come from that. You know what I mean? A lot of people just like...
But listen to this. I mean, you just said it yourself before. People have it and have no symptoms.
Correct.
The guy Donovan Mitchell, the basketball player, he tested positive, and he's like, listen, I'm asymptomatic. I have nothing. I feel fine, 100% fine.
Yeah, and you said that upstairs, and we talked about that. Well, then my question is, if he's asymptomatic and has no symptoms, why did he get a test?
They tested both teams because the one guy got positive, so they tested everything. They blanket tested everybody. That's what they're doing. Not that
I thought they were only doing that if they suspected that you were in the area.
Well, the NBA, they got a hold of the test. They tested one guy. He was tested positive.
Okay.
So they tested the whole team. Mm-hmm. And this guy Donovan Mitchell has had it for quite a few days now, and he says no symptoms whatsoever. I think
now, when you say he's had it for quite a few days,
Idris Elba, you know who that is?
No.
Actor, you know who he is?
Nope.
You see the new Hobbs and Shaw?
Yeah, Hobbs.
Okay, he's the black guy. He's the black Superman.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
Him, he's got the coronavirus.
No shit.
Tom Hanks got the coronavirus.
He got it in Australia.
That's what I said. I said, bro, Tom Hanks dies, then I'll be.
He's not gonna die though.
Then I'll be scared.
He's not gonna die.
I know. I'm joking, bro. Come on, man. Relax.
Listen, you got that much money. Well, I keep saying that, but I was gonna say you can pay for your way out of a murder charge like OJ did, and you can get healthy. But then again, you got Apple phone there.
Dude.
That fucking died of cancer. He had more money than anybody.
But I heard he tried going like all holistic with it.
Oh, really? What's the name?
Probably the fucking 5G that he created. It killed him. Steve Jobs. Yeah. He's the guy that fucking is behind us.
Yeah, 5G. That's always the example I use when people say we have a hidden cure for cancer. Well, if it was a hidden cure, I feel like Steve Jobs he'd probably know about it because he had more money than anybody and he could pay for whatever the cost was. So I don't know. I think if you got cancer, and you got the same odds as everybody else.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I don't know.
You think there's a secret cure for cancer out there? Do I think there's a secret cure?
No. I think maybe it's not one size fits all type cure. Maybe.
Okay.
I think a lot of it has to do with your own mind, probably.
Well, let's talk about you. Not that it has to do with death, but it has to do with seeking whatever means necessary to get better. You've got some injuries, right? And you're considering going to.
Yeah, I am. My injuries aren't like. I'm still training.
Right.
It's just annoying, but I have a hard time sleeping at night. I feel like I'm losing a little strength in my left side.
Okay. So
that shit's bugging me, but I mean I train every day still.
So other UFC fighters have gone to Panama, correct?
Panama, yes, and also Colombia. I was looking at both places. So
you're considering doing it?
I'm considering going down. Yeah, get some stem cell treatment. Okay. I just seen a video of a guy today who's a quadriplegic, which quadriplegic means what? Neck down, right?
Yeah, all four limbs. Yeah.
And he went and got some treatment. And he said he's already starting to be able to move some fingers and whatnot. Again, I don't know. It's you're looking at their testimony and stuff, but it seems promising.
You have testimony from people you actually know who have seen results, correct?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yes, but I don't know how.
Joe Rogan's.
I mean, I've done stem cells already, and they've worked for me. And they've also haven't worked for me. So, but this from what I hear with the procedures they do and the way they go about it, I think it sounds promising, and I'm interested to give it a shot. We're gonna see. Like I said, I had a consult with the guys, and now that this whole COVID-19 thing we're dealing with, I'm sure that's gonna put a monkey wrench into me getting down there and getting the ball rolling. But yeah, that is the idea, man. If I can get something to get my shoulder feeling better, my neck feeling better.
What is the reason they don't offer that in the U.S.? I know they offer stem cells, but they don't offer this particular.
I don't know. I don't know 100%, but from what I think, in the U.S. you cannot clone stem cells. You can clone stem cells there, so they can get stem cells. They can get really good stem cells, and they can clone them. Yeah. So you're getting all good stem cells, and there's a high amount of them. No, they're not dead. Like here, when you get them, you don't know. Some might be dead, some might be alive. So you're kind of like kind of a little bit of a gamble. But when they know that you're getting the best stem cells.
I got you.
That's I think what I got from that.
I got you. Makes sense.
But it's interesting, man. This whole stem cell stuff. And actually, I got an email from the company, and they said a coronavirus patient recovered because of stem cells.
So that was going to be my next question. Yeah. Do you think that could play into
I don't know, man. They put stem cells through IV, man, and put it through your blood, and supposedly it goes where it needs to go.
Why are we behind as America, the leading nation in almost everything? Why are we behind on that?
Just laws, and I'm sure it's fucking America. Someone has to get paid first before it gets into the right hands, I imagine. Yeah. And like I said, they can't. They're not allowed to clone shit here or mess with life cells in America.
Any chance you could go down there? They put you out. Do you think you're going to wake up all better, all healed?
I don't know if it's like quite like that.
You wake up like with some weird genital surgery or something.
Yeah, fucking wake up.
They turned your dick inside out.
Oh, no, that would be fucking horrible. No, yeah. I mean, hopefully, I don't know. I don't know if it's like that quick. Come out like fucking go from Captain America, a little scrawny dude, to come out looking like you, bro.
Nah, I'm a little chubby right now. But what is the the turnaround time on feeling better? I
don't know. Like I said, I've listened to some people's testimonials. I'm always a little different too. Even when every time I got stem cells, man, I took a week off and kind of went back to it. I don't know if you're supposed to do that, and I'm sure I'll probably do that again just because I can't sit idle too long. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about that. I mean, my gym shut down at 5:00 today. Frankie, as we've talked about in prior podcasts, they kind of guys in Jersey, they bounce around to many different places to train. Frankie must train in like 5 different places. What are you doing now? Because those places have to be closed, right?
Yeah, a lot of places are closed.
You can't sit still.
No, I went to the boardwalk and ran. I came in the basement, kind of did a little like a lift, a little workout. I have a wrestling school that's open to me at all times, so I'll probably get someone there tomorrow. Maybe Chris. Cool. Beat the shit out of each other a little bit, But yeah, it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough for everybody. I just kids. Our kids are off school, and like luckily my wife doesn't work anymore. So I have my third. Since I have Valentina, she stopped working for the last 5 years or so. But I'm wondering, what do people do that have kids that work? Like, what the hell are they doing? It's just crazy.
I know, talking to my boss today at my work, there's at least one girl in the office who has a young child that said, we're going to figure out a way for her. I think most businesses are very understanding. From my understanding, a lot of the teachers are still working from home, sending curriculum home on the computer for kids to do and stuff. I think most businesses are trying to work the best way they know how. But the problem is none of us know how long this is going to go. If it was a week, 2 weeks, that's a doable situation, right? You can sort of keep people busy at home. But what if this goes on until if it goes on until the warm weather? Because they say this has a hard time surviving in I think over 98 degrees or something. This
is that your favorite band?
Yeah. Okay. Backstreet, actually.
Backstreet.
Backstreet's back. All right.
I thought more like back door.
Here we go.
So no, they're saying though. I heard actually Bill de Blasio, is he the mayor of New York?
I heard he's getting a lot of information wrong. Someone told me that a lot of what he's saying is bad information. Yeah. That's what I heard.
Well, I heard him speaking, saying they don't want to close. They obviously did close the schools since then, but they say they didn't want to close the schools. They think when they close them, there's a good chance that not only will they close the rest of this year, but possibly the calendar year, so that they won't be able to open up till 2021.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just assumed because kids need 180 days of curriculum, right? So I assumed if they close early, like they close, let's say mid-March now, I assumed that rather than going back in September, they would go back, maybe early August is how I thought it would work.
No, well, our kids, they sent curriculum home to our kids. So why can't they just do it that way? That's probably how they'll do it, I imagine. Yeah. But if it goes to a whole nother school year, I don't know what they'll do. And then I heard Trump today say this could go on till fucking July or August. Yeah. If that does, and that's the case, no way they're going to send schools and we're kind of like, say it does go to August, like, all right, most of the numbers are getting better. We're not going to send the kids back to fucking school to make the numbers worse.
Right. Yeah. Listen. Right now, no, it's a guessing game. I don't even think the people in charge can predict, right? There's no way. It's a best case scenario and worst case scenario is what they're doing right now,
Bro, just the fluidity, things have been changing so quickly.
Right.
Come on. It's 8 o'clock curfew now.
Right.
No more restaurants, no more gyms.
Right.
The UFC, they were hell-bent on putting fights on. Dana was like, fuck it, I'm gonna find a way. We're going to have fights. I'll go anywhere. He was looking at Indian reservations. Yeah. Well, guess what? Now he has to cancel these next 3 fights. Yep. And bro, it's crazy. Listen, everybody's suffering. So, I'm not trying to say poor fighters, but as far as pro athletes go,
there's a few things in life, right, that we experience on planet Earth that it's really hard to point a finger at and say, hey, listen, you're the this is the real. Like Mother Nature's one of them, right? Like all the shit that goes on in California, the mudslides, the fire. I mean, that's Mother Nature. It's just something we got to deal with. This is a epidemic, pandemic, whatever it is at this point. We just have to deal with it. You can't. Shit is going to get closed. There's no really finger pointing here. I mean, you want to get mad at the guy in China that ate a bat.
I don't think anybody's finger pointing. I mean,
no, but people always look to find a source and blame a source, it's not going to happen.
We're just going to have to help none.
We're going to have to pull together and get through it.
Well, I know a lot of fighters were happy that Dana was keeping the fights going on because I he was getting a lot of heat because he was putting the fights on, and I'm like, yo. As long as health is a concern, obviously that's number one.
Well, first thing he did was cancel the crowd, but the fight still happened, right? The one in Brazil.
Still happened, right. And people, I'm like, dude, it gives people some normalcy. And if this is really some bullshit, Dana's the smartest guy in the world. Being the only show in town, how many eyes probably watched that fight in Brazil? Yeah, right. And if he was able to pull it off and get these 3 other fights, like, dude, no one else. There's no other sports. There's no other competition. You got a lot of eyes on us.
And for the people at home, most sports all sports really are canceled. Even NASCAR, am I correct?
Yeah, yes.
Even NASCAR, everything's done. But you know what's still going on, ladies and gentlemen? The Champ and the Tramp is still on air. You can still check us out.
I mean, fucking Roger said he has runny nose and shit, so we'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah, it could be. I have no temperature though. I again, part of the memo I got from work is take your temperature every morning. If you have any elevated temperature,
I feel like that's kind of like fucking putting Scotch tape on a fucking problem. You know what I mean?
What?
Like if you have like, dude, we just been talking about it. You could have no symptoms for days. Yeah.
Well, true, but. What, we got to start somewhere.
Yeah, no, I know.
What are they going to tell?
That's what I'm saying. All right, in 4 fucking weeks, no gym, no restaurants, no nothing. What the fuck are we going to do? You're going to have to go live back to your life. I also heard another thing. Like, it was a bunch of physicians came out with some information saying, listen, 40 to 70% of the population is going to get this.
Yeah.
That means 4 to 7 out of 10 people are going to get this.
Okay.
That's crazy.
So do some quick math there, Lou, when you're...
Dude, 330 million in the country.
Right. So let's just pick
so that
means
half. Just say 50%. Just say 50% because 40 to 70. So just say 50%. We'll say 50%.
170 million.
Yeah.
Are gonna get it.
It's half the country.
What is well, let's just use the numbers coming from Italy right now, which is probably the most. Italy and Spain, I think, are the 2 most heavily affected countries. 4% of that population infected are actually dying from it. What is 4% of 170 million people? It's a significant number.
It's like 47,000, right? 47,000?
Well, 37,000 died of the flu.
4% of 170 million?
Yeah.
6 million.
Oh, 6
million.
Wow.
Yeah, you're way off with your numbers there,
Wait, I don't think that's right either.
Don't do homework with your kids.
Yeah, definitely not. I do gym class with them.
Yeah. That's a significant amount of people.
70 million, you said? 4%?
Well, if you went off the numbers that are going on in Europe right now, 4% fatality rate, right?
Is that what it is? 4%?
Yep, and they're the hardest hit.
But
right
okay,
now.
yeah, but if you get it, again, I think that number's skewed again because people can't get tested.
Right.
Like you said, there's probably millions. There could be a million more people that have it. They don't even know I have it.
Right.
So,
you sure about that number, Lou? 6 million, roughly. Wow, that's a lot of people.
yeah. But if that, I don't know. I just think
It's
that
gonna be-
number seems high too. That many people
It
are
would
going to
be
get
6 million of the most vulnerable. Likely, it would be 6 million people that
So
are
what you saying?
elderly.
Just get rid of the weak.
I'm saying I could go.
What a heart. Well, yeah, you fucking it's true.
Say
Weak and old. Yeah, I can see it. I can see
I got
it.
my kids overnight on Wednesday. I'm going to tell them to say their goodbyes to Dad.
Oh man. Now, have you noticed anything in your day to day yet?
No, I haven't. Truly. I mean, I went to the supermarket. Listen, I never subscribed to the hype. I didn't even go to the supermarket to buy toilet paper. Someone explain that to me, by the way.
I know.
Someone fucking explain that to me.
Stupid,
Why
bro.
is toilet paper the most sold out commodity?
It's
Why?
just because people are
I
talking
get
about it. People are
Clorox,
talking about it so
I get
much.
bleach because it
I
actually
don't get
kills
that
it.
either.
Well, it kills it, right?
Oh,
I
it
get
don't
it.
kill nothing.
Well, suppose you're the one that came down here with your Glade spray the first day, and fucking, you were like, "Hey,
Lysol,
everybody,
bro.
look at this."
It does,
I know,
it does.
I'm joking.
That's
but-
why you're not sick yet, bro.
Right. So my point is, I could see that. That was sold out on both supermarkets I went to. By the way, I went to the big new one on 37, and I went to the one on Fisher because I forgot a couple things. I was cooking venison last night. I needed some.
How'd you get your venison?
My dad.
You ran it over?
My dad shot a deer this year and a bear.
Wow, dude, I want some bear meat.
Yeah, I got some.
Yeah?
Nice. Yeah.
It's good?
Deer meat's better than bear meat.
Really?
Bear meat's good.
Really?
Yeah. It's all in preparation.
Black bear.
All in black bear. It's all in
I
preparation.
heard there is a black bear population that eats only blueberries, and if you shoot them, the meat is almost blue.
I don't listen. If that was true, it would be where I grew up because I grew up in the blueberry capital of the world. Literally,
Really?
When you drive into my town, Lou's been there. It says blueberry capital of
And
the
what?
world.
They don't. The
No,
bears don't eat blueberries.
Of course, they eat a ton of blueberries, but they eat anything and everything else too.
Yeah.
They're carnivores and omnivores. They literally eat anything.
Do
that
you
is
like
edible.
blueberries?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. You guys
You
have
ever-
high bush blueberries. We have low. We rake ours. You pick yours off like high bush trees.
What do you mean you? You? Who you talking about you? Like
When I
New
was a
Jersey?
kid-
Oh, New Jersey people.
When
you
I was a
talking
kid,
about? Fucking you. you.
every kid from my area, my little region that I grew up in Down East Maine, every kid, all of us, there wasn't one of us that didn't do it. You raked blueberries to buy your school clothes for the next year and your school supplies. We all did it. Every single one of us. Yeah. From the time
and
I was-
you all dated your sister too, right?
Well, yeah. Bought her panties for her too.
Dude, we got cranberries though. We're like the cranberry
Yeah,
capital.
you do.
aren't we?
You do.
Yeah.
But I think that's all machinery done.
I don't know, you ever go to the
blueberries-
cranberry bogs out? In the...
I've driven past them, but I know your blueberries down here are hand picked. You know, there's a lot of seasonal workers that come in. They hand pick them off the trees up in Maine. They have machines now that do it. They're called
bushes,
harvesters.
aren't they? Blueberry bushes.
Blueberry bushes, yeah, they're like little trees, but bushes. But in Maine, they're low bush. They're right on the ground. We used to bend over and rake them with these rakes. Now they have a lot. As
How
long
you
as
like
the
your
ground,
bush, low or high?
There we
You
go.
got low
Here we
bush
go. Here
or
we
high
go.
bush?
It's supposed to make it look bigger if you shave, so of course I shave. But anyway, yeah. So I did that my whole childhood. That's how I paid for all my because I come from a relatively poor community up there. There's not a lot of money where I come from.
Well, it's just
you
not
know,
much industry, right? I mean,
Yeah,
what do people do?
It's essentially there's just a few things. You either work in the blueberry industry, which is about a month-long season, really. So
Right,
you know,
wow.
there's two major blueberry companies up there, Cherryfield Foods and Wyman's. You can buy Wyman's products right here in the supermarket, but so that actual season is only maybe a month, maybe month and a half, 2 months long tops, and you know it creates an incredible amount of revenue. But they only harvest it in the summertime. The other industry is the seafood industry, which is big up where I come from. A lot of lobstermen. Yeah. Most of my friends are lobster fishermen up there, but like I couldn't be a lobster fisherman because my family didn't do it. I would cause
You had
be like a
grandfathered in?
Yeah, well, that's the way they used to do it. Is they would grandfather you in. Now there's only so many licenses issued, and I believe you can give it down. Like if you're a grandfather, you can pass it on to you. But you only
Is
get
it lucrative or no?
Yeah, very good, very lucrative. Yeah, those guys make a lot of money. But there's other things that people do up there to make money. Clamming's big as well.
You're close to the water?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right on the coast.
Oh, really?
We're very close to Bar Harbor, if you know where Bar Harbor is.
I mean, I've heard of it.
Very close. So, yeah, but not a lot of money. Those guys make good money. But if you weren't, I wasn't in that industry. My family didn't grow up. My family was in the oil business. You know what I mean? The Matthews are in the oil industry. So I couldn't just say, fuck it, I want to be a lobster fisherman. They would, first of all, I couldn't get a license. Secondly, all the lobster guys would cut my traps off. Like, you don't fuck around up there.
Wow. Territorial. You fucking Maine folk.
I cough that way, buddy, so I don't give you the
too late, bro. It's too fucking late. Well, my day did change a little bit.
All right, talk to me.
I mean, I usually go to Ricardo's this morning. Obviously, he had to shut down. And then I go to Strength and Conditioning, which is another gym that had to shut down. Actually, I said I wasn't going anyway before they shut down, but they shut down anyway, so I wouldn't have been able to go. But I went and ran on the boardwalk. I seen like 5 people there.
I hate running. I was at the boardwalk with the kids on
I don't
Sunday.
like running.
I hate running, man.
But I like when I'm done running, I like running.
I hate it.
You know what I realize? Like I hurt all the time. Yeah. The best I feel, my body feels every day. No, it's 30 minutes into my workout. All right. That's the best I feel. My body feels.
Makes sense. Yeah,
and then like an hour after my workout's probably the worst. No,
everything sort of gets tight.
Yeah,
and stiff,
you eat that,
right?
and the endorphins are going. Yeah. You know.
Monetarily, let's talk about what do you think? What's going to happen with all these businesses? It's like day one, so nobody's probably extremely concerned. But right, people pay a gym membership. I'm sure at all the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu schools they have memberships there.
I know a lot of
people get reimbursed.
I imagine they're going to freeze their accounts and keep it going. That's what I imagine they're going to do.
What happens to the proprietors that need to make money to pay their bills?
Right, I don't know. A lot of jiu-jitsu places, like you give a credit card, they automatically take your fee out every month.
Right.
Hopefully these students will say, just keep taking my fee as long as I get the extension at the end, which I'm sure they will do. And also I know Ricardo and a couple other places, even Steve here, we're trying to do is give some online content.
Okay.
So at home, which is tough though. You need a partner, you need mats, right. But you definitely can still learn. You can still learn at home. Yeah. That's for sure. If you really want to learn, you can learn technique. Whether it's wrestling, boxing, jiu-jitsu, whatever it is. So there's going to be ways you're going to have to get around it. It's just, it's not going to be easy for everybody. Everybody's going to have to kind of pitch in and figure out how to adjust.
How bad did you want to spar with me after I made you wear that outfit last podcast?
Bro.
Did you want to spar my ears off?
Listen, the wrestling gym's open. It's not open to the public, but it's still open. So we can bring the camera, have a little sparring session.
I guarantee there's a lot of people out there that want to see you fuck me up. So. Maybe we'll do that. Listen. I'll do a barroom brawl with you. I'll swing for the fences and hope something lands, but I'm pretty sure Frankie would twist my cap, and that might be some good fucking viewing.
We'll I won't have to throw any punches. I won't throw any punches.
Would we wear? You're just gonna duck and bob and watch me wear me
take down,
out?
And that's it.
Would you wear headgear if we sparred? If we actually went if we did let's say, bro, I'd be good for literally like a minute.
Headgear is headgear don't do nothing.
Really?
Headgear because of cuts.
Okay.
Headgears only stop cuts. They don't stop you getting rocked.
Okay.
I've been rocked many times with headgear on, but I'm not. But you don't get. Ideally, it's to block. To stop cuts. Yeah,
I suppose. Yeah, because the impact. The
and
trauma.
I really do feel, especially when I'm boxing with boxing gloves, bigger gloves, 16-ounce gloves, and I'm wearing the headgear. Wearing headgear is worse because I get hit at the very top of the headgear. It snaps my head back, gives more of a fulcrum. You know what I mean? When you have a headgear
bigger
on.
surface area.
Yeah, and even when you're hit with a 16-ounce glove, you're getting hit with a pound of a glove.
Yeah,
you're getting hit with something that weighs more.
I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah, it doesn't protect your brain. It protects your skin. That's really what it does.
What are Tyson Fury? They're 16. And they just fought?
When they fight, no, they probably fight heavyweights. I'm gonna say 10s. I think if I boxed, I'd probably fight with 8s.
And you're
I think a heavyweight fights with 10.
8 ounce or 6 ounce?
4.
Oh, 4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that. Were they ever 6? I always heard.
No,
4
ounce.
Oh wow, that's nothing, man.
Yeah,
wow.
There's really nothing to it.
Wow.
But it's hard, you see the bare knuckle. You see bare knuckle is big right now.
Yeah, no, it's huge. A lot of people
really don't see knockouts with bare knuckle.
A lot of people are making the crossover. What's her name? The girl from Australia does really well over there. All tatted up, purple hair. Fuck, what the fuck's her name?
Oh,
she does well, man.
I know what you're talking about.
She does better over there in the bare knuckle series than she.
A little trashy type.
Well, I'd bang her.
Sometimes I'm trashy.
Beck Rollins.
Beck, yeah, there you go.
Beck Rollins,
Becky,
yeah. She does well, man. And there was another very unassuming guy that was the champ for a while. He may still be. He was kind of a fat white boy with like a big red beard. Bro, he was crushing people over there for a while, yeah.
Did he knock people out?
Knocking everybody out.
With
that guy
bare knuckle?
Bare knuckle.
Because usually you don't see that as much.
No, he was cleaning house, bro.
Really?
Knocking cats out left and right.
I don't know if this is true, but I heard that the first knockout from a punch in UFC came when they brought gloves in.
No shit.
Because, dude, if me and you were to fight, like box, like really box, you can't throw no fucking jabs. I'm going to hurt my hand. There's no setup punches.
I feel like back in UFC 1, I was seeing like guys on the ground getting kicked in the face and their tooth getting kicked.
Yeah, that with kicks. I said knockouts with a punch.
All right.
I don't think it happened until they brought the gloves. Because, dude, when they wrap your hands, I could punch pretty fucking hard and not worry about my hand. My hands hurt all the time.
But still, people do break their hands in UFC.
And they still do, yeah.
Yeah.
My hands are kind of fucked up a little bit, but when I put a wrap on, they feel great.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it. Yeah, I don't know. We're in a crazy state of, well, the whole world. We're in a situation we've never been in.
Is it the whole world?
I was going to say state of affairs for our country, but it's not our country.
No, it is the whole world. But is it like I feel like Russia?
Is there an island somewhere that is completely unaffected?
I feel like Russia has nothing. You don't hear about Russia at all. And
true.
You don't hear about Russia, right?
True. And Russia's cold, and they say this does better in the cold.
So
than
now
it does in
listen.
the heat.
There's 93 total cases.
Russia, 93 total cases in the whole Russia. We got
wow.
Huh?
0 deaths.
0 deaths. We got more right in Jersey alone. But I also heard Russia doesn't. We're not giving us the real stats. But I text my boy who's in Dagestan. I said, "Hey, you have any coronavirus out there?" And he's like, "Nobody gives a fuck about it out here."
Wow.
So it must not. And maybe it's just not prevalent and not that big yet, or it's going that way. I don't know. Could you imagine if it's here? How the fuck is it not everywhere?
I have friends in Turks and Caicos right now that are just staying there. They're not coming back.
Turks and Caicos, like that where you go island and print some papers? What? Turks and Caicos.
Caicos, whatever. Jesus Christ. I don't even know what you said. We go print some paper? What was it?
You said Turks and Caicos.
I
said where you go,
okay,
island and print some paper?
Idiot. I told you I'm not that bright.
Is Dagestan actually Dagestan?
Yes. What do you mean?
Like D-A, Dagestan.
Dagestan. Mother Russia. Yeah,
I guess I would think there's got to be
again,
islands somewhere that are completely unaffected. No, I mean
yeah.
Virgin Islands.
I hear all Sandals resorts. A bunch of them are good, but dude.
So are you still able to fly in and out of this country right now, or just not from certain areas?
Not from certain areas.
Like China, obviously you can't.
China, England, UK, Europe at all. They at first you could do UK, and now you can't do UK. I don't know. I wonder if those fighters in Brazil could fly home.
So do you think like the airline companies, other companies affected by this, do you think they're going to get government bailouts because they're going to say, "Hey, listen, we lost $100 billion during the month of March," and
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, what they just do? They just dropped the interest rate to pretty much zero.
Yeah, the feds. Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. They're going to do whatever they can to make this keep turning. Suppose that's true. They say airlines don't make any money. They barely make money.
Who says that?
I mean, that's what I hear. That airlines don't make much money.
So how they reinvest? I mean, just a plane by itself is like $100 million. So
right. That's what I mean. The plane, the employees, this and that. They really don't make that much money.
Just constantly reinvesting.
I guess. Yeah.
I
hear they don't make that much money. I feel like that's bullshit. But
I can't imagine. I mean, isn't Virgin Air owned by Richard, whatever his name is? Isn't that where he made? I guess he made his original money from the music industry, right? Virgin Records.
And
then he bought the airline.
You ever go on one of those?
Virgin Airline?
Yeah.
It's the best flight I ever did in my life.
Pretty cool, right? All pink and nice.
It was probably the best flight we did. I forget where we went. Ireland, maybe? I can't remember where we went, but to this day, it was the best airplane I've ever been on in my life. They had beds in there where you completely lay down. It like folds up into a complete bed. It was crazy.
Yeah, I've done a couple of them.
It's all like purple.
I think the best airline I flew was
Emirates.
Emirates.
I never flown Emirates. Yeah, I've heard about Emirates.
I took a shower on a plane.
Wait, did you really?
Yeah.
What? Oh no, I know what it was. Korean Air.
Korean Air.
You flew Korean Air to South Korea, right?
Yeah.
That's what I did too.
But Emirates is is owned by the royal family in UAE. And,
okay.
Yeah, I took a flight out there.
Now you say airlines don't make any money. Emirates sponsors everything. They sponsor entire
that's
soccer
different.
teams.
That's like I said. That's the fucking royal. That's the royal family, man. They got
It's
money.
still the airline business, bro.
They have money without that airline business.
So
That's what I'm saying.
They're going in the hole to have that.
I don't know. I just like I said. I heard airlines don't make that much money. I also heard Netflix doesn't make money. Is that true? How the fuck can that be true?
I don't see how that can be true.
Yeah.
Who?
Why? I know why.
Who is telling you?
Hey,
this
do you
stuff?
have a Netflix? Do you have a Netflix?
Yeah, of course.
Is it yours? You own it?
Do I what?
You own your Netflix?
No.
No, you use someone else's.
Oh no, I own my. I didn't know what the fuck. I thought it was a trick question. Yes. Yeah,
You
I
pay for Netflix.
Yeah.
Who else? Who uses yours?
Oh, I don't know.
No one else. No one else.
My girl when she's at my house.
Okay, well I'm just saying most people have them and fucking 6 people use them. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like I use my father-in-law's.
Does anybody actually get in trouble with that? For example,
No, you're allowed to. You're allowed to.
Pay
You're
per
allowed
view,
to.
right?
You're allowed.
If you're a bar,
you're allowed 5 users. Yeah,
if you're a bar, right? Does anybody ever get in trouble for this?
absolutely.
They do.
100%.
And you
like
watch the UFC fight. You promote the UFC fights,
and you don't say you're a bar.
and
You're
you
in
don't-
fucking big trouble.
Really?
Yeah. Kevin don't fuck around.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you?
And your fine is crazy because it's based on how many seats you have.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So it does happen. You ever heard of a place getting busted?
Um,
Because back in the day, everybody
UFC is pretty tight, bro. They don't fuck around.
No, I know. They delete shit. You can watch shit. Like the next morning, I woke up, and you can watch shit on YouTube, like a highlight reels of the fight, but it goes away almost as quickly as you watch it. They must have a whole team just dedicated to just, infringement rights or whatever and dumping that stuff as fast as it gets uploaded. Because it's hard to find stuff sometimes, especially the next day. You can find it, but you got to do a little fucking
There's
digging
an
around.
old guy like you surfing the web.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Bro, you asked me how to find any genre of porn, though. I can tell you exactly where to find it. I'm good. Ask Louie.
Ask Louie. Why does Louie have a first-hand account of the fucking porn you like? That's what I want to know.
I'm going to tell you why right now. How many laptops have you repaired of mine over the years that have completely crashed?
Were they stuck? The button stuck?
Dude, yeah, maybe I started the coronavirus. No, I would crash them all the time because I would go on fucking weird porn sites and they would just literally it would be like the blue screen of death and I'd be like, Lou, got another
Roger's
one.
looking for a girlfriend on a porn site. That's the problem.
It's just like porn. Doesn't talk back to me. It doesn't give me any grief. As soon as I hit done, it's gone.
Porn
it leaves.
Porn. It's crazy, bro. I almost think porn is too accessible.
Well, as a father, yeah, now I do, yeah.
Yeah.
As a kid, I couldn't find it anywhere.
No, we were young, yeah. No, but I mean now, exactly. Like we had to work for it.
Yeah, as a kid,
now it's
I do.
fucking right at everyone's fingertips.
I do. I think almost everything is too accessible.
accessible.
Almost everything. I mean, literally.
It's just crazy.
When
The
I was
times
a kid, you had to know somebody that knew somebody to get you alcohol. You know what I mean? Like if you were, we all.
It's still that way. No, kind of. It's not like kids can still get it. They gotta fucking know somebody that's willing to do it. Dude, I remember in 8th grade we used to go down.
I think parents are more liberal
8th
now.
grade.
I think back, when I was a kid, everybody would know like somebody that was like in their early 20s that would like, help you out and hook you up. Like if you hit them up, if you saw them, there used to be this liquor store.
Dude, I was in 8th grade.
But now there's like families
old.
you can go over and drink at their house as long as you don't leave the house and shit. They're like, yeah, come over, fucking drink there.
Yeah, I see that. But I was in 8th
no
grade.
families that allowed me to do that when I was a kid.
My buddy Kurt lived on North Maple. You know where North Maple is?
Yep.
Right? That's great. Right where you used to live off of.
Yeah.
And we him and one of our friends used to go down to Lakewood, that strip mall in Lakewood, that ShopRite. Used to be a shop. I don't know what it was. Now it's all Jewish stuff, but it was something else. And went down there, and there was an Italian guy, and we used to go give him money. He would come out, he would go in the store, he'd buy a bunch of 40s and leave it right out there, and we'd fucking get him.
Yeah.
This fucking old Italian guy, he just buy his 40s, bro. We used to slam the 40s, and then there was a bunch of fucking old abandoned buses in the back. We go on the bus, start fucking spraying each other with
you young little boys were his free porn for the night.
You're right. Come here, little boy.
That's mi amore.
Forget about it, eh?
When the moon hits your asshole like a bigger pizza pie, that's a gaper.
Oh man. But in you guys probably had like your own moonshines and stuff up
Everclear,
there, right?
man. And
I'm on moonshine.
Did you ever drink Everclear?
I have.
I did it one time.
I'll never forget.
I swear to God, I thought I was gonna die.
Oh, dude!
I took a big chug of it, and I couldn't catch my breath.
Me too.
I fucking couldn't catch my breath.
Smoking Grooves concert, sophomore year in the parking lot. Someone was like, Everclear. I'm like, fuck, I'll try that.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm like, what the fuck, bro? It tastes like rubbing alcohol. Holy shit.
I thought I was the man. We were in a pool house. We were all
What do you mean
under
a pool house? Like a swimming pool?
Yeah,
or like
at a pool house at this girl's house. We were all hanging out at the pool house, and it was her parents were sort of.
What do you mean? What do you mean? A girl? She has a pool house? What does that mean? I don't understand.
She had the front house, the main house, and then she had the pool in the backyard and a little pool house.
Like the main house because it was in Maine. It was in Maine.
No, like your dad had with the like had a changing room and shit in it. Joking. You fucking dick. Listen, his jokes are pretty bad. They're pretty corny dad jokes over there, so I'm gonna just let him have it. Anyway, yes, the main house. But it's all in the spelling. You got to spell it out.
Fucking pool house. This guy's talking about low income fucking jobs up there.
No, this is a girl I used to date, Heather. I used to date her, and her parents did well because her dad owned his own landscaping company and did all his work on Bar Harbor where people have money. So anyway, they had a pool house, and somebody showed up. We were all hanging out in there, and somebody showed up with Everclear, and I think I was like the first one to say, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll try. And I just took this huge swig, and I couldn't catch my breath. I was actually freaked out for a minute, like, holy fuck, I'm gonna die. I can't catch my breath. And then finally, it got better, but it was the most disgusting shit I've ever drank in my life. It was horrible.
Yeah, no. Everclear is really supposed to be for like jungle juice, right?
Well, I don't know what jungle juice is. What is that?
Well, it was in college. I went to college. I was a college kid one time, a long time ago.
Yeah, political science major.
Yeah, and jungle juice is what you make for the girls.
Oh, that's the shit you make in the bathtub.
Yeah,
yeah. We used to call it Purple
stuff.
Passion.
Yeah,
we made it in bathtubs.
But that's what Everclear is for.
Yeah,
jungle juice.
Yeah. Because it's so concentrated.
Yeah, but you can't. When you put a bunch of shit in it, you kind of can't taste it.
Right.
When you taste it, when you drink it, it's like literally. We used to literally set it on fire.
Make that in bathtubs, bro, and people would go in and dip the fucking. God.
Oh, man.
That's probably where coronavirus came from.
Yeah, shit.
Fucking
Everclear virus.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that might be the cure.
Yeah,
that would kill any living fucking organism in your body. Yeah, I don't know, man. I wish there was do you think we'll ever have an answer as to where it actually originated? Did a guy eat a bat? Do you think you'll ever know that?
Well, I mean, when I go look at that meme with all the pandemics, or whatever, that Instagram thing with all the pandemics, they say where it originated from. No, are they 100% correct? I don't know.
Where do they say it originated from?
Well, each one had a different place.
Oh, okay.
Like one of them was India, one of them was China.
China supposedly is denying it, saying,
Oh, no, I mean, think about it. It's kind of bad PR, right? Yeah. They don't want to fucking admit it.
Well, yeah. It's, they're claiming...
They're trying to put it on us, actually.
Xenophobia and all. Everything.
What's xenophobia? What is that?
Xenophobia is what everybody's accusing Trump of, which is being biased against another country, right?
Is that I don't know. I'm not being a wise ass. What does xenophobia mean?
Google it. I'm not even sure, to be quite honest with you.
It's a phobia is mean you're afraid of something. So afraid of another country is xenophobia?
I'm sure I have that wrong.
Probably.
Country?
That's right. Look at that.
Or prejudice against people from other countries.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Xenophobia.
It was a guess.
Look at that. Roger, pat yourself on the back, man. There you go. Just make sure you wash your hands after.
Your wife, Renee, who I love, must be freaking out a little bit about this because she's kind of,
She is and she isn't. I mean, she's preparing. She definitely fucking food shopped and whatnot.
I'm surprised she let us in the house.
Yeah. And, she's like all of us, man. Like, is this real or isn't? Mm-hmm. I think we need to be, it's like, I said, it's better safe than sorry. Let's just stay in, do all this stuff. Like, I'm literally avoiding my parents. I'm not going by my parents.
I don't blame you.
They're older. If they get this, I think they would be in trouble, and maybe they would, maybe they wouldn't, but I don't want to take that chance. So
maybe it's my parents that put this shit out there just to keep me away from them.
Yeah.
Right. My parents could be responsible for this. My mom is in Mexico.
Yeah.
She probably does not want to talk to me at all, and that's why she created this.
You hear Mexico is closing borders?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. It's funny. Yeah.
To tell Trump, build that fucking wall.
Irony. Yeah, now's the time to do it, right? Yeah, I don't know. Listen, do you think we'll ever see something like this in our lifetime again? I doubt it.
No, well, I don't know, though, until the next one, right? I mean, who knows? what's crazy is this is like this. We've never seen this in our lifetimes. Mm-hmm. Our parents never seen this in their lifetimes.
Even with I suppose when was it measles? Measles was when?
That was before, I think.
Was it? Obviously, smallpox was a long time ago, but that wiped.
No,
out
I think 50s were the first vaccines, right?
I don't know.
But anyway, regardless though, they didn't have any of this where they're fucking closing down this and that and curfews. No way. This is the first time in all our lifetimes. And our kids, that's what I think about. Like our kids, they're, it took to 30s or 40s, whatever, and my parents' 60s for them for it to go through. Our kids are in their fucking 10s.
Now let's say this turns out to not be
a big deal.
Well, it is a big deal. It's already a big deal. Right. Listen, if there's one death, it's a big deal, right? But let's say it doesn't turn out to be what everybody thinks. Let's say that. Do our kids get a false sense of security? Do you remember? I know this is a really bad analogy, but bear with me. Do you remember before Hurricane Sandy hit, Hurricane Irene happened? Do you remember that? And we got all these warnings about Hurricane Irene, right? Like Hurricane Irene's going to wipe you out, tape up your windows, board up
nothing happened.
And fucking it blew a couple leaves around on my lawn. Right. So then a couple months later, along comes Sandy. And again, got a bunch of warnings and everything, and I was like, fuck that. I went to sleep. I literally went to sleep, didn't think anything about it. I woke up the next day, not in my house that I own, the house that I just moved out of, and there was 2 feet of water. My renters were fucking stranded. It was mayhem. Yeah. The most mayhem I've ever seen in my life. So do you think if this does sort of...
Well, yeah, I do.
A dud, it's going to... Our kids are going to be like, that wasn't shit.
That's exactly it. I think... it's almost like the boy cried wolf. We're sitting here worried about all this shit, and it turns out, it's really not that bad. A couple of deaths, nothing really happened. Then the next thing that really does come along, everyone's gonna be like, fuck, this ain't shit. Who cares? I'm going out. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And then it's real.
Right. I wonder. And again, all remains to be seen. I'm just throwing out concepts here that, what if concepts, because none of us know. Even the experts don't know. They're given such a broad spectrum. They went from 40 to 70%.
Yeah.
Right, 40 to 70% could be infected. That's a huge gap. So nobody really knows what this is going to be, and it could go either way, right? If it goes the way of it doesn't, we get it under control relatively quickly. Summertime comes, the heat comes, which sort of, from what I understand, is going to be the end of it. Heat, it doesn't do well in the heat. Are people going to say? I heard that's what I heard. Again,
how many cases in Africa? I heard there's not many.
Well, yeah, Russia, I don't get it. Russia's cold. But anyway, my point is, bring me back. I totally lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
About crying wolf, right? That's kind of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
If this isn't something, and then it is something. I completely
lost it. You jumped in. Fuck me. You screwed me.
Listen. I gotta fucking coerce you back into where you need to go.
This is why we're not experts.
No experts here. Never claimed to be. I'll fuck you up, though.
Yeah. No, I believe it.
Not you. I'm saying whoever's listening.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Do we have no stats for us, Lou? Africa is not nobody's sick there.
South Africa, 64 total cases.
South Africa, 64. 0 deaths. That's South Africa. What about Africa? South Africa is a country.
What is the population there? I always try to put it in comparison. That's nothing. That's very, very, very few deaths.
Nothing, huh?
Oh, I think I remembered what I was going to say. If it doesn't turn out to be as, let's say 20% of the population gets it, and it travels relatively quickly, and we're on the tail end of this thing let's say in 2 weeks, because right now everybody's saying 2 weeks, right? Let's say which is not going to happen, but let's say it does. Are people going to attribute that to the fact that we did quarantine really quickly? You know what I mean? Are people going to say...
No, well, you're going to have both parties. Like, it's because people are going to be like, that's because we did the right thing, and we did the social distancing, whatnot. They're going to be like, it was bullshit. That's why. Next time it happens, I'm not fucking doing nothing.
You always got the people that have different schools of thought, the conspiracy theorists. There's going to be some people that say, look, because,
Bro, it could get, listen, I hear in San Francisco they just put a fucking 24-hour curfew. Wow. That means you're not allowed to go outside at all unless for essentials.
Now, where did you hear that? From a reputable source? The news?
No, I mean, news on Instagram. I do think it was real.
All right.
I do think it was real.
Here's an article here. A ticking time bomb. Scientists worry about coronavirus spread in Africa. So,
worry about it spread. So that would be indicative of it really hasn't yet.
African nations cancel international flights, restrict flights.
Again,
yeah, man.
I don't know. We can sit down here and talk about this and have experts on, and nobody truly knows. What we know is that there's again, let's talk about this. I thought this is what I thought, that the coronavirus was a brand new virus, right? I thought it was something we'd never seen before. But then you say that it says it on the back of a Lysol can that you've had for years. You know what I mean? So where did it originally originate? We keep saying a guy ate a bat.
I said, like I was saying before, like the coronavirus, there's lots, like SARS. SARS was a big thing. This is a type of SARS.
Right, but the name coronavirus, right? I thought that was a new name.
No. It was not.
Okay.
That's why it's COVID-19.
Okay.
Because coronavirus 1 through fucking 18 already happened.
So coronavirus was SARS.
A form
SARS
of again, like you're talking, like I know what I'm talking about, but SARS is a type of SARS from what I understand. Yes.
Okay. And they all replicate similar things, right? Flu-like
symptoms. Yeah.
It's generally of the lungs or the bronchial tubes, correct?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, supposedly, someone was saying the Spanish flu, which was like 1918, 1920. In 1918, 1920, something like that. Those are on Spanish flu. They said that killed people like our age, healthy people our age. And this one's killing old people. So I guess they all attack it different ways.
Old and sick, if you have a weakened immune system, basically.
I mean, yeah, I think most old people do, right?
Well, yeah. So,
how's yours?
Well, I'm getting up there, buddy. I don't know.
SARS coronavirus identified in 2003.
SARS coronavirus.
See,
2003.
sometimes Frankie just comes out with a fucking plethora of knowledge over there.
Half of it's facts, half of it might be some bullshit, but hey, you got a little something, right?
If you were running our country right now, would you err on the side of caution? I think you have to.
You have to. You want to be the idiot that didn't, and then fucking.
A lot of people are saying that's what Trump did originally. They're saying he undermined it, underplayed it, and now he's.
It seems like he stepped up.
Sort of catching up, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like no matter in politics, no matter how they handle it, someone's gonna say it was great, and there's half the other people are gonna say it was bad. Yeah. So there's you got to take everything with a grain of salt when you're dealing with politics, I imagine. Agreed.
Yeah, I do think though that you do have to err on the side of caution, and I'll be the first one to admit that I thought it was a whole lot of hype, and I still think it could be, overly hyped, for lack of another word, but it is more serious than what I thought it was going to be. I'm willing to admit that, and we'll see how quickly it goes away. I still think in 6 months. We're going to be.
Well, I hope so, man. I hope you're right. Yeah. 6 months, because they're saying, they're saying this thing go on to August. I mean, that's just wild to even think about. Yeah, but we'll try to bang some episodes out in here if we can get anybody in here.
Nobody wants to come over. It's going to be just Frankie and I, guys, because no guests are going to want to come over here, and Renee's not going to want any of them in the house anyway. So,
yeah.
But yeah, we're definitely going to try to even above and beyond this. We've said for a while now we need to do more.
You know what we should do? Actually, there's no sports. Maybe we should set up fucking foosball. We can fucking do a little foosball action. You guys can bet on Frankie and Roger foosball.
People don't want to see that. People want to see you beat that living shit out of me. Let's be honest. That's what people really want to see. I'm going to try to make that happen.
But how crazy is that, dude? There is no fucking sports on, man.
I know.
I'm not the biggest. I'm not really a big sports guy. Obviously, combat sports I'm into. I actually do like basketball. But damn, it's all shut down, man.
It's crazy. It's never happened before.
I think some wars shut down some sports, but
can you imagine if the Olympics was going on right now? Can you,
dude? It's from what I understand, it's going to be canceled.
The Olympics.
Yep.
Really?
It's fucking in Japan, bro.
Yeah.
It's in Japan. It's supposed to start if this is still going the way it's going, they're gonna cancel that shit. And it sucks, man. My kid was supposed to have states this weekend.
Yeah, that's done, right?
Canceled.
Now, when you say canceled, does it ever happen? Or
no?
No.
I don't think so. It's just too tough to do. So I told him he's a 2020 state champ.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Tino, 2020 55 bantamweight state or no, he's a novice.
Well, if that's the case, then I'm the UFC heavyweight champ right now.
Yeah, that's it. And Sebastian, buddy, Steve's kid, man, fucking number one seed. They
such a great
number
year,
one
man.
seed, man.
Can that hurt him though? Do you think that can hurt his legacy, for lack of a better word?
Yes,
you do.
Yeah, I mean, you go down.
Well, you're taking a chance. It could go either way. You could lose. You know what I mean?
But listen, lose or not, all right. He took fifth as a freshman. He took third last year. He placed pretty high this year. Now, and he has one more year after this. I mean, you take that whole year out. There's three. He won't be a four-time All-American no matter what.
I just thought of something. Cody.
Yeah.
Cody pulled out of his fight for medical reasons.
Yeah.
About how many days before?
Oh, they pulled the fight anyway. So
I was going to say,
it kind of all worked out for him anyway. I mean, not that it worked out for him. Obviously, I hope he.
If he'd have waited another 3 days, it would have got canceled anyway, right?
Right.
Something.
Well,
like
they were
that.
trying to do everything in their power to keep it going, but today it finally got canceled.
Wow, crazy. Yep. That fucking Khabib Nurmagomedov and Tony Ferguson fight is just
Dana is saying
just damned, man.
Dana's saying no matter what they're having it. If they have to go out of the country, they're having the fight.
That one,
one.
all of them. That one is the one that what is it? This would be the fourth time it's been canceled, right?
Fifth, I think.
Fifth? Really?
Fifth. Listen, that might be the most anticipated fight.
It's the one
in the history of mixed
see.
Martial arts. And the fact that now there's that
mystique of
possibility. No, the possibility that it might never happen. It's wanted even more.
I agree,
dude. This thing might sell fucking.
I agree.
Bananas.
It's like voodoo cursed, man. I mean, tripping over a fucking wire and blowing his knee out. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Would you like a chance to redeem yourself, sir? Do you want to double down on a bet?
What's the bet, my man?
Well, he's definitely going to pick Khabib. There's no question. I truly believe that if there's anybody out there that could upset Khabib, it would be Tony. But if I was a betting man, I'd bet on Khabib. But I want to give Frankie a chance to redeem himself.
I'll
pick Tony. Yeah.
What is the bet, my friend?
Well, that's up to you. I mean, obviously you lost the last.
You got to put some in your ass. No, I'm joking. Yeah. Oh my God, that's the only way it would be right.
I'm pretty sure YouTube would kick us off.
Yeah, I think that would be too much. I don't know if I really want to witness that either. Yeah. I'll think of a bet, but that'll be the bet.
You can tell what is on his mind. He was dying. That was dying to come out of his mouth. He didn't have to think 2 seconds about my ass.
Listen, man, I got a vendetta, bro. I got a vendetta.
Listen, I'll man up. I'll man up.
The opposite of what he picks. I think that's wrong. That's not really who you want. It's got to be 2 out of 3. You guys got to have some.
Well, I do sort of agree with him because I do want to give him a chance to redeem himself, but I don't want to just lose.
Listen, I just picked who he didn't pick last time.
That is not true.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm picking Israel.
No, you were excited. You immediately jumped in when I picked Israel. You immediately jumped in and said, "Okay, I'll take."
Well, no shit. Who the fuck else would it take? It wasn't a third option.
You were excited about it. You were excited about it. You might not have been excited about Zhang versus Joanna, but that was the closest.
I was not excited about any of them. I was
excited about Benny.
That's the only one because I knew I had to pick one. If you got picked 2, I got to pick one.
It wasn't a lot of a lot of restriction from your end. It was you were fairly.
All right, listen. All right, next time I get to pick the 2, and you get.
Who else is on that card? Who else is on the Ferguson card?
Islam Makhachev.
I will give him. Khabib.
2 picks.
Khabib.
Listen, I don't even know, man. I don't know if I want to bet on this fight. Might jinx it some more.
Fair. I've never bet on you ever. I've had tons of people.
I don't really bet. I'm not a big betting guy.
I've had tons of people ask me to bet on your fights, and I always say no because I just think that's mixing business and pleasure, and I just
pleasure.
Well, pleasure, but I enjoy watching your fights, and I wouldn't want to say, fucking I bet on you and lost.
Featherweight, Jeremy Stevens and
Calvin Cater.
I would pick Stevens on that one.
Islam versus Alexander Hernandez.
I'll pick
Oh,
Islam.
Hernandez is the guy that talked all that shit against Cowboy and lost, right?
I'll pick Islam.
Jessica Andrade
Oh, Andrade.
and Rose.
Oh, they're going at it again?
Namajunas?
They're going at it again? Awesome.
Two, strawweight,
I got Rose on that one all day.
Yeah, I would too.
I got Rose.
So wait, so you pick? I'll pick
But I would
Khabib. You
pick-
pick
I would
Rose, and I
pick-
pick Islam. There you go. There's three.
No, but the other one was
That was three.
Hernandez.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll pick-
okay with Hernandez.
All right, I'll pick Islam.
Okay. So what? But that's 4. We could tie. We got to go with 3.
Only 4. It's 3. I pick Khabib.
Okay.
You picked Tony. I picked Islam. You picked Hernandez. I picked Rose. You picked Ngannou.
No, fucker. I said Rose. You fucking dick. See
No,
what he
what?
done?
We can't. I'm not going out. Let's pick the other one.
There was
What's
one
the
more
other
in there. Who was the other one? Jeremy Stevens. I said I'd pick Stevens.
All right, I'll take. Wait a minute.
But we got to go for 3. So we're canceling
That
out
was 3.
Rose.
That was 3.
Yeah,
That was
but
3.
if we cancel out the Rose fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'll take Catter.
Okay. All right.
So
So
you would really take him, or would that be who you would really pick?
yeah, because you're gonna play this game next time. You're gonna be like, I didn't really want him. I just did.
No, that's right. I got to pick 2. You picked 1. It's fair.
All right. So we canceled out Rose because we were both.
Yeah.
pick
So
Rose.
I got Habib and I got Islam.
Okay. And for the record, and I will man up, I would pick Khabib if I was betting money, but I'm comfortable with my picks.
You're gonna have the gag ball in your mouth, buddy. That's what's
Yeah,
gonna
but I
be.
can't do the podcast.
Oh.
Okay, so what is the bet? We got to determine that now. What is it? We determined it last time that we got to dress each other, whoever lost. So what is the bet this time? I can't do
It's
a
gotta be
gag.
different,
I'll
right?
do a
Gotta be
gag
different.
ball if you just want me to sit here and shut up the whole time. I mean, that's
Gotta be different. We'll have to revisit this.
shave your head.
Ooh, shave your head. Yes. Yes, I like that. I like that one. Yes, shave your head. Ooh, done.
I've never shaved my head in my fucking
Shave
life.
your head. You said it, bro. You said it. Shave your head. Done.
I'll wear a hat religiously.
Done.
for the
Hey,
next-
cheer. Bet. 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 Come on. No, bet, bro.
Why did
Bet.
I open my mouth?
Bet.
Wait,
That's it.
Who have I got again? I got Stevens. I got Roses out. I got Stevens. I got Alex
Hernandez.
Alex Hernandez. I just said I got Hernandez
And Tony.
Tony.
Bet.
Fuck.
Bet.
Tony, don't let me down.
Yeah. Summertime, too. I shave my head every year.
You do you?
Yeah, bro.
We shave it on air?
I guess.
Yes, on air. I'm good at giving haircuts, too.
Guess.
Or maybe, no. You know what we'll do? For that episode,
Yeah.
we'll do it right. We'll get Pedro in here. We'll get Pedro in.
What? First of all, why do we need Pedro to shave a head? If he was giving
No, because listen, we'll let him do it right.
there's nothing right about it. It's easy to do.
All right, dude, I'm going fucking. We're going close. I have a fucking shave up clips for shaving that head with.
Dude, my head is probably so fucking deformed. I have no idea what my head looks like. I don't.
You're gonna lose. He's gonna be 6'2" now.
Can't even believe I just bet that. All right, whatever. Whatever. It's worse. It'll grow back, right?
Hey, listen, and if I win all 3,
I'm gonna look like.
if I win all 3, this is the bet.
Oh wait, you can't change the bet.
No. I'm adding. I'm seeing if you're willing to play ball here. You gotta shave your face too, head and face.
Win all 3. No, because there's strong odds because you got Nagomedov that you could possibly.
I'll shave my face.
Well, you shave your face a lot. I've always had a beard since I was.
You gotta
fucking
shave your
older.
head and face
No.
if I win all 3.
I will look like a fucking idiot. I will look like a fucking idiot. Let's just go with the listen. That's a big jump for me just
All right.
to shave my head.
All right,
It's a
dude.
big jump for me.
You don't have much hair to begin with.
Okay, this is not fucking ridicule Roger.
No,
night
I'm
over
saying
here.
no. I'm saying your hair's not long. It's not like it's like that big of a difference. That's what I'm saying.
No, but it's kind of been my fucking go-to here for many years, and now you're gonna take it away from me. Why did I suggest that?
Hey,
Because I just looked at him and I was like, he probably won't shave his head, and then I forgot that he actually does shave his head.
I shave my head like every couple of months. I love it. All right, this is a good bet. Very good, Roger.
You had an afro your last fight.
I did. I had to say. I
Didn't bring you good luck, so maybe shave your
I
head
shaved
next
that
fight.
shit. Yeah. Less is more.
Yeah.
Well, all right, man. Feel like that's a good go here.
Yeah, I feel like we brought you a bunch of stupid knowledge about Corona. Honestly, again, I'm going to say it again. Nobody really knows. Even the experts are saying possibly 40 to 70% of the population can get it. Everybody is just making their best educated guesses on what is going to happen here. But
how about this? What would you tell people at home?
I would tell people that don't listen to Roger. I dumbed this down a little bit from the beginning. I still don't think I'm completely off base. I think that, if you really look into what it is, it's a hybrid flu, essentially. If you're elderly or if you have some sort of illness that affects your immune system, you need to take this very, very seriously. And if you're a family member of somebody like that, you need to do what you're doing and you need to stay away. I think that those are the high risk people. So, do everything in your power to help. I saw a meme today. Actually, I saw it. It was a cartoon, but it kind of made me think. It was a whole family, a young family, little kids, mom and a dad in in a grocery store, pushing a shopping cart, rounded over with toilet paper and Lysol and all this, and an elderly man wearing, goggles, big, thick glasses, and hunched over and stuff with a little basket with one roll of toilet paper in it. It kind of made sense. It's like, everybody that's running out and buying up all the stores and stuff, you're not really thinking about the people that are most at risk, which is the elderly and the people who have weakened immune systems,
Did that guy remind you of anybody?
Me, myself. Yeah, myself. He had a shaved head. Yeah.
No, I don't know what to think of this all. Like I said, I've been fucking occupied with it. Lives are changing. This is definitely unprecedented times, but I guess just try to follow suit and stay the fuck away from people.
Are you
a little bit, right?
For lack of a better word, are you scared?
I'm not scared.
I'm not scared.
I'm not scared, honestly. I'm not. I'm really not. I'm definitely not scared for like my health,
right.
Even for my kids' health. My parents maybe a little bit. I don't think it's gonna get that crazy. I think it's gonna get in order. I think there's gonna be some trying times. There's gonna be some shit that we're not used to. I mean, shit. It's already been where we haven't seen. I think we're gonna have a lot more of that. But I don't imagine getting too bad. But again, hopefully I'm wrong.
We agree that it's
hopefully I'm right.
Probably gonna get worse before it gets better, right?
I think it's gonna get worse. I don't know how bad it'll get. That's what I mean. Do I think it's gonna be like, or people are fucking looting this and that? I don't know, man. Listen. I talked to a buddy who's a cop, said he went to the dollar store and had to break up a fight. People fighting over fucking toilet paper and shit in Dollar Tree.
How about that lady that owned the 7-Eleven that made the concoction of Purell, the hand sanitizer?
Is that true though, man?
Yes, she got convicted, bro. Or charged, not convicted, charged.
I know.
She got charged.
Because a meme said it. World Star meme said it.
No, not a meme. It wasn't a meme. It was actually on the news.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they charged her.
That's pretty. Wait, what the fuck was in that thing?
And she was selling it for like $2.49 a bottle, bro. She made $6 on total sales. It was like 4 bottles. The woman made $6 profit. Now is facing serious felony charges.
I heard the kids got burns.
They got burns, yeah, because she was making a concoction out of like rubbing alcohol and putting it in Purell bottles and selling it. Yeah.
No.
So, I think that's the worst of the worst people that take advantage of other people in a time where people are scared or vulnerable.
Yeah, help. I think you gotta help your neighbor as much as you can. Yeah. You gotta worry about yourself and worry about your family for sure. But
the crazy part about times
good.
like this, and I'm not even comparing it, but after 9/11, the communities always come closer together.
They do, and that book too, that book Tribe. I keep talking about.
You got to read it. Back up a minute. When do you find time to read?
I don't know. I've been reading another book called Coach to Coach or Coach to Coach. It's by my buddy Martin Rooney. It's a fucking great book.
When do you do your reading?
Midday and nighttime.
Okay.
If I in between training, I'll read a little bit. I haven't been watching TV as much, so I've been able to get some reading.
You sit in your car and read? Or you sit in the corner?
No, my bed.
Okay.
All
right.
But the Tribe was talking about how we're like our society as a whole is just yearning for something to bring us together, and they talked about how there was no school shootings months after the 9/11 shooting. It kind of brought our community together, and people say even I was actually in PA, but people say in the New York area it was just the sense of camaraderie and pride in the city was unmatched, and I don't know, maybe that could bring us some of that.
Sad that we need such tragedies to bring us together. It's sad.
Well, but they say though, like I'm saying, that book is saying we need that because we're more of a community type community type people. But we don't live in communities as much anymore. Everything's secluded. Everybody's keep to yourself. Or really, back in the day, for the longest time, we weren't. Right. No one ever. We slept in villages. We slept with people, and kind of kept close knit communities. And now it's not like that.
It's past 8 o'clock. Can I sleep between you and Renee? Right? We're a close knit community.
Not that fucking close, buddy.
No, but I mean, I'm guilty of it. Like I'll see more on a personal. More on a personal tragedy note, I guess I'll see what gets me more than anything is children. A tragedy with a child or something like that. I'll see it on Instagram, or I'll have a direct relation to it. You know what I mean? For example, Caitlin, the young 17-year-old girl that I befriended who passed away from cancer, and I'll want to make a difference, and I'll want to change my whole outlook and perspective, and I'll post about it, and I'll talk about it, and then life catches up to you a month later, or you're stressing about dumb shit that. Back when you posted that or talked about it, or you said you weren't going to do that anymore, isn't it crazy how like tragedies can have that effect on you, and how quickly we can almost forget that? You know what I mean?
When it's not right up in front of your face,
right.
It's hard. It's hard.
Right.
I mean, life has a way of just taking all your attention.
Mm-hmm. It does.
And making you a selfish person.
And it's almost every time if you sit back and analyze why you got so sucked in, and I'm guilty, man. I'm guilty. I get anxiety ridden over the dumbest shit, and you sit back and you analyze it, you're like, what the why did that bother me so much? Why did that get to me? And I'm lucky to be here. I'm lucky to be alive. We're all lucky to be here.
Absolutely.
I'm lucky to be alive,
Well, it's all a learning process throughout it all, I imagine. So that's all we could do is just keep it moving and try to learn from those dumb moments in our life.
Do you remember, I think it was the winter. I think it was the winter of 2019. We almost lost Lou to gout.
Yeah.
Remember?
We took care of him. We took care of it. We wouldn't be here.
It's true.
If the gout took old Lou.
We would not be.
All right, fellas, ladies, and everybody in between. Thanks for listening.
I'm going to be in between tonight. You and Renee.
Yeah.
8 o'clock curfew, bro. I can't go home.
But to nut.
All right, guys. Listen, this is going to be an extra one for you this week. Extra episode. Champ and Tramp. Share, like, subscribe. We're going to try to crank out more for you. Appreciate everybody's loyalty, listening, and everybody that spreads the word. We do very much appreciate
Spread the word like the coronavirus, baby.
Frankie needs a retirement plan. We got to make some moves here.
Oh shit.
Let's
hope there's just a future for a plan.
All right, guys. Coronavirus out.